Hello, everyone. I'm Grant Cohn. That's Jack Hammer, and this is your weekly film session breakdown. I know this might not be your idea of a great time reviewing the 49ers loss, but you're 49ers film junkies, and we're going to rip the Band-Aid off right away. Jack, let's get right into it.
Yep, let's go. First play of the game, 15 minutes in. Right, the first play of the game here.
Okay. Which view do you want? You want end zone or you want all 22 here?
No, this is fine because this play really shows you what Shanahan's thoughts were going into this game. He hadn't gotten the week before. He hadn't gotten Debo the ball very much, and we come out first play of the game and we get him the ball. There's some really good blocking, as we'll see from the end zone. But this is just a great way to start the game off until that point right there when he's hurt. But that really just kind of shows you where this game was headed. And we'll see some examples as we go through here of where they really missed him on some plays. But this is a nice one.
I love the design. I love the design, having Raheem Mostert as the lead blocker. I mean, he kind of whiffs on his block a little bit, but the idea is pretty cool. And then this block here by Trent Williams is just brutal. Guy didn't see it coming.
It's great.
Yeah,
it's great. And this is really I know it's a handoff. It's not necessarily a fly sweep play because he's not handing it off, just turn around and handing it off because it's out of the shotgun. But the way that they're blocking this is exactly what you would see almost any team that runs the fly run, because you've got the lead blocker, and with the way that Mostert actually gets a good block because he's not going to hook him here, so he just gets him and he kicks him out, and that's where you get the cut up. So
I like this play a little bit better than the jet sweep, maybe not, but the angle's a little bit different because he's going behind the quarterback as opposed to in front of him, so the turn is more gradual. It's more like the turn on a track as opposed to a 90-degree turn or whatever it would be.
Yep, exactly. Because what Samuel's trying to do right here is he's trying to catch Mostert. That's his goal.
Yes.
And then he's going to read his hip. So right there, he sees he's got to run to his butt, and that's what he does. That's where he gets to cut up inside.
And what you see is he goes to accelerate right in the hole, and you can see him pull his hamstring.
Yep.
It really hurts. I feel for him, but it's like right there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So good call. Disastrous result on the first play of the game. This was pretty much. It didn't have to be the end of the game, but it just made things so much harder for the offense.
It does, and there's a couple of plays as we'll go on later. One of the things that I tweeted out was about how much different, Ayuk's a great downfield receiver, and this is really the part of the game where Samuel accelerates. When you try to use Ayuk in this role, it just doesn't work out as well, and we'll show a couple of examples down the road as we go through it.
Good call.
Let's jump to 14-13. So
okay, 2 plays later.
Two plays later. Yeah. They pick up the first down on the run by Mostert.
Yeah.
So now we got 1st and 10. That's just it's an easy throw, but it's a nice out route. Or excuse me,
is this the wrong play?
No, it's the right one. It's where he's stepping up into the pocket. I was thinking about a different one.
Yeah.
This is a great catch out here actually by Bourne as well. Bourne struggles in this game, but this is a great job by Mullins of stepping up into the pocket and finding his open man.
Yeah, it's a great catch as well. It's a good throw. And again, stepping up because Montez Sweat is one hell of a player. Decent recovery by Mike Mcglinchey, but really nice play by Mullins in 84.
Yeah, and that's a really good catch on the back end. That's just an NFL wide receiver catch, really.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. And then let's jump to 13:08. Now we're stuck at 3rd and 4.
Okay.
They've had the first down incompletion to Ayuk, and then a 6-yard run after that. But the reason that one of the things here is this is actually the second time in this possession where tight coverage ends up in an incompletion. Ayuk just doesn't get any push up the field. His man just sticks right on him, and he's covered. There's nobody else that's really open up on that side of the screen. The one thing that you as you watch this one is, and I think you see it come off in the next series is the running back's open.
Yes,
in the right flat.
Yes.
And so what's going to happen on our next play, as we show you, this is where the communication between Shanahan and Mullins, I think, kind of shows up, is going to be on the very next play that we're going to show. It's a similar kind of a concept. This one, you've got the running back wide open. He's, the other thing about this play too, if we go back to the all 22 from the top, they're actually playing zone, and this is kind of a cool coverage because they're dropping the safety in as the middle linebacker.
Oh, 20 right here. Yeah, that's cool.
So I think really what happens here is that Mullins has gotten confused by the coverage because of the alignment at the pre-snap alignment. Because if you look at the pre-snap alignment, 53 is lined up right over the running back, and then with the motion, you get the other linebacker motioning out over the top of the tight end. So it looks like you're in man right here.
It does. Very clever, Jack Del Rio.
Yep. And then they drop into zone, and he's expecting to have an open runner right here.
Interesting. Oh, very well done, Jack. I didn't see that. Good stuff.
So
see, that's Jack Hammer for you. If you guys don't know about Jack Hammer now, you know. That was really good, Jack.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, what's the next one?
Let's go to 1125.
All right. Jack Del Rio is not bad, I got to say.
He's got some really good players. That front seven really makes him smart.
But that was a nice little wrinkle.
It was.
Did I lose you?
Nope, I'm still here. I think. Oh. The heck.
I'm here.
I'm here. You hear me?
I'm sorry. Is it my? It must be mine. I'm sorry about that.
It's all right.
I'm guessing it'll stick with us for now. All right.
So this is going to be 1st and 10. And we just talked about the running back being open in the flat and that communication between. So they're going to get, that's what you're going to get on this one. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
You got Mostert one-on-one against the linebacker, and he beats him.
Yeah.
You know,
that's a nice route. Mostert ran this early in the year before he got hurt. It's a nice throw too.
Yep. And that's Mostert's catching the ball here. And it's just a nice little play. Like I said, the reason I wanted to show this one, I think, is just because of the communication between the coach and the quarterback. We see that a lot with Mullins and Shanahan, where Mullins will make a mistake and Shanahan comes right back to it with a little bit different look. You know, basically telling him, this is what you should be seeing. Get there.
Yeah, that's right. I want you to make this throw. I'll give you another chance.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what we see there.
And he gets it in time, gives him a chance to turn up field and get an extra 2-3.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're going to go to the next one. It's going to be at 9:31.
All right.
We're sitting at 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Here we go. Okay.
This is going to be the screen out to the left to Ayuk. No, and this one, part of the reason that it's not successful is that Williams overruns the man he's supposed to block, so he slips.
Yeah, twists his knee a little bit.
Yep, and then that allows the man to get there. The only thing on this one I'm thinking a little bit is if that's Samuel, I think he's going to be able to maybe run through that man a little bit more instead of ending up 2 yards short. He's going to be either there, you know.
Yes, absolutely.
He's just a stronger runner at that point. He's a little more explosive after the catch.
Well, no, I mean, I would have to say that Deebo Samuel is the strongest runner after the catch of any wide receiver in the league, and maybe any wide receiver I've seen in a long time. He's unreal. Yeah.
And so that's and that's a bad one there. And then we're going to jump right to the next play after this. I mean, it's
okay.
It's too bad about Williams right there, because if he gets that block, it's a first down.
Oh, this play is just ridiculous. Okay, so let's talk about it.
Okay,
Chase Young drops.
Yeah, they're looking for the shot play down the left sideline. They're looking to get the ball to Wilson, but they actually have really good coverage by the linebacker. There's nobody open, and then we get the sack. At this point, really, this is one of those deals where this is a coverage sack. This is on Mullins. You can say however you want it. If you want to call it on Mullins, cool. If you want to say it's a coverage sack, that's really what it is. Basically, the only thing he's going to be able to do is throw the ball away. That's the only difference. It's 3rd down. He's trying to make a play. That's the reason why we don't do that here.
Yeah, and let's just look at the end zone copy and see what's going on with the pass protection.
Yeah,
school gets confused here because Chase Young drops. Let's just watch Mike Mcglinchey for fun. It's my favorite thing to do. Gets punched in the mouth, gets walked back right to the hash, forces Mullins to move to his left. I mean, he's not the reason for the sack, but it's not a good rep for Mike Mcglinchey. Let's just be clear.
No, it's not. Look where he starts and look where he gets pushed to by Kerrigan.
Again, dude, Mike, punch him. Punch him, Mike. He's punching you in the face. You're grabbing his shoulders. Come on, man.
Yeah, the sack though is all about the downfield coverage. And then what Young does is as soon as he sees School look inside, he just explodes up the field and gets him.
Yep, great call by Chase Young. All right, what's next?
That's 2 possessions into the game. Let's jump to the 3rd possession. We're going to go to 5:10 of the quarter.
Sure, 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
This just give me a really nice run here by Mostert for a gain of 9. Nice zone run. This is.
Well, let's check it out from the end zone. I like watching the runs from the end zone.
Runs from the end zone are always the best.
Yeah.
It's going to be a run to the left.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Let's go back real quick. What I love about this play, but watch Brunskill, the center. He's got the shaded nose to his left. He's going to, I mean, his job is to get his helmet on the outside. It's a really hard block to pull off. And it's what Shanahan talked about with Richburg when they signed him. Watch him.
Yeah, it's a really good block. Really good. Probably getting his head across him.
Yeah. Gets his head across and then walls him off like a screen in basketball. That starts it off right here.
And this is a nice job by Moser because you see him kind of take a little bit of a stutter step and then he sees a lane and he explodes through.
He almost jumps through it. It's very small. Mm-hmm. Tomlinson puts 54 on the ground. Nice job. You know, whenever they need to run, they run left this year. Whenever they need a good run.
Like that's where their good run blockers are right now.
That's right. Anyway, great job by the left tackle, left guard, the center, and the running back on that play.
Yeah, it's really nice.
All right.
Let's jump to 529. So it's going to be the next or 429, excuse me.
Oh, next play.
Next play.
Okay.
And we're going play action right here. This is going to be a nice play action throw to Ayuk for a first down.
Okay, Ayuk's the bottom.
He's going to be going across the field. It's a nice 17-yard completion. This is what we talked about a lot last week was the ability to throw the ball 15 yards downfield and what Mullins' ability to do that and his willingness to do it. Puts it right on him. This is a long throw to the outside. He hits him right in the money.
Yeah, it is a long throw. He's throwing the hypotenuse. Look what this offense can be, what it can do when there's a nice pocket. Great job, Mike Mcglinchey. Great job, Kyle. Use check. Everyone. It's a hell of a pocket. Nick Mullins. That's a long throw.
It's a long throw, and it's a good throw. He puts it right on him.
Yeah.
And we're moving down the field. And then let's go to 206.
Sure. Sounds good. Let's get there. Okay.
Let's just show this one from the goal line.
Sure.
Or from behind.
Okay.
Because this is going to be a run by Wilson. This is the drive where they're going to have scoring the touchdown on this drive. But as you watch this play roll, watch the combo block between Williams and Tomlinson. This is just perfect stuff right here.
Yes, it is.
You know,
also a nice block from Juszczyk.
Yes,
coming across. Let's appreciate the blocking. He's going to get four great blocks on this play. 71, 75 together, 44 in motion, and then 82 sealing it. Pretty nice. 71
just gets just enough of them to help. Tomlinson get there. Then he gets up to the second level. You got a nice block there. The only thing on this one is Dwelly kind of loses his man at the end of the block.
Yes, he does. Yep, and he makes the tackle. Yep. You're right.
You'd also like to see
he's pissed.
Wilson.
Look at him.
Yeah, you'd like to also see Wilson keep that a little bit tighter though too. He's kind of following away on this one instead of really getting up the field. He's kind of keeps sliding. If he's getting up the field, it's going to take that man out of the play a little bit. Yeah,
that should have been a touchdown, huh? Yeah. Okay, what's next?
All right. And they score the touchdown 2 plays later, so then it's 7-0.
Okay.
So now let's jump over to their fourth possession.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a really ugly possession for Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah.
This is really a rough one. So let's jump to 14:38 of the second quarter.
Got it.
We're going to get the deep post to Bourne. And this is the ball that's catchable. You know, we know it's low. It's just about his knee level, though. And this is a play that he should be able to make.
Yep. Yesterday at the post game, at the day after press conference, Kyle Shanahan said the 49ers dropped 9 passes.
Yeah,
and this is one of them.
Yep, and and in his post game, he had mentioned that it wasn't all on Mullins, and people might be saying, that's just him trying to back up his quarterback. But if you watch the plays as this game unfolds, it's not just all Mullins. Mullins makes some really bad plays, and we'll get to a couple of those.
Also, look how he stares down the gun barrel on this one.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason this ball is short is because he's got the pressure in his face, and he's not able to really step into it. He's throwing it a little flat-footed.
So watch Laken Tomlinson and watch Mike Mcglinchey real quick. Laken Tomlinson, Mike Mcglinchey. Laken Tomlinson, Mike Mcglinchey. When people tell you that Nick Mullins is making these guys look bad, tell me how this is Nick Mullins' fault right here, or that. That's my only spiel. So yeah, 2 guys get beat. He gets crunched, throws a ball that's catchable, and he's the villain. Yeah.
It's not like I said, it's not a great ball, but that's one that he's got to catch. And that's a play. If we just stop it, really, if you watch this one roll, this is one of those plays that people are trying to make fun of Mullins on Twitter, saying that Shanahan's upset. Shanahan's watching this ball get dropped. That's why he's throwing his hands up on this play.
Yeah. I don't even see Shanahan. Is he over on this side? I don't even see him. No,
He's right down. He's down here at the bottom of the screen, on the bottom left. But
I can't see him. Anyway.
You can't really see him with the way that our shot is.
Okay.
So that's the first one. Then we come back. Let's go to 1434. This is the next play. Yeah. And there's a couple of things going on as you roll this one through slow. What you're going to get on the top is you're going to get a flood concept. You got a guy in the middle or flat middle, and then you've got the long route. Craycraft actually kind of runs a stop and go. Craycraft's he's open.
He's open.
Mullins misses him. The ball should be coming out right there. Instead, he pulls back. Still a good job. He gets a nice completion here to Ayuk for a first down.
Well, it's 3rd and 4. I understand not taking a low percentage throw to River Craycraft, who doesn't catch the ball even when he's open. Still, that was the right read. He passed it up, and Ayuk really bailed him out.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a misread followed up by a good throw and good catch on the other side.
Yeah. So this is from he doesn't pull the trigger. He should have. Yep. Comes back. That's kind of a dangerous pass, and Ayuk makes one hell of a grab. But again, real quick, watch Craycraft. He runs a hell of a route. I can see why Kyle Shanahan likes him. He moves well. I don't know if he can catch the ball, but it's a nice route. I mean, he's open. That's a touchdown if Kyle Trask is out there.
Yeah. That ball, that ball definitely should have been coming out. And on that one, the other thing that I had pointed out to myself when I was writing down my notes was it was a good blitz pickup, because that man that actually forces that is the linebacker that's blitzing.
Yeah, it is.
You get a good
he snaps his head too.
Yeah.
He's on the ground. Well, that's a Frank Gore blitz prick. A good eye. Good eye. Way to go.
So, on this one, if Mullins what happens on this play is I think Mullins sees the blitz coming, so he starts to slide thinking he's going to get pressure right in his face.
Yes.
Instead, he slides to his right. That's where the man gets washed to, and that kind of I think is what screws him all up.
Yeah. Good call. And
you see that at this point right here, it looks like he's coming right at him, so he's trying to step away from it, but then the man keeps falling towards him. He sees it, pulls down, and then goes.
Jeff Wilson I love him, and he does everything well except for holding on to the football. If he could just hold on, if he can't fix that, they can't play him. But if he could fix that, he does everything well: block, run routes, run.
Yeah. Anyway. And we'll get to his fumble. There's a lot going on that play as well.
All right, what's next?
Let's go to 14-11.
Okay. Next play again. So where are we? 14-11, second quarter, 1st and 10, near midfield.
Yeah. We're gonna get another throw to Bourne with another drop.
Bourne's here.
This one's worse than the first one.
Oh yeah, that's just terrible. And if you don't think it is, let's watch it from the end zone.
Yeah.
Let's watch the protection. It's good. That's a nice pocket. Everything's set up. One of the few plays where everyone blocks and both hands on the ball.
Yeah. He's got to get his hand. It's not hitting him in his body, but that's a ball that come on now. If you're an NFL receiver, you're watching other teams on Sunday, you're going to see quarterbacks throw that pass that gets caught quite often.
Every game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Every game. And Bourne makes this catch. He can do this. He made a one-handed catch that I don't think counted at the end of the game. He can do this. I mean, catch the ball. It's to him. With him, I think it's always concentration.
Yep.
Anyway, good call.
Yep. And then in this series ends up the next play we get. You get the false start on him with the drop makes it 3rd and 14, and then it's a throw away they just have a little run on 3rd down to get out of it. Let's jump over to 10:56.
Okay.
We're into the second quarter now.
All right, this is first play. Oh, this is it's a false start. So this is 1st and 15.
Yeah, 1st and 15.
Yes.
Little things. Instead of having 1st and 10, you're at 1st and 15, and you compound that right here when you get your fullback just gets completely demolished by a linebacker.
What happened here? Juszczyk is better than this. What happened? Let's see. This is a really bad look. This is a Mike Mcglinchey play. He what? He
kind of stops his feet. His base is a little too wide. Yeah. 54 just runs right through him. Doesn't really even stop. See how 54 is a little bit lower. You can kind of see him explode up through him.
Yep. Lower. Ooh. Yep. Low man wins. Good call. Ooh. Yeah. Bad look.
Yeah. Just a really bad one right there. And then what that does is that puts you into 2nd and 24 now.
Yep.
And this is another one. This is another one. This This is a rough one here in terms of the pressure. He's got what he's got here is this is a 3. He should be going from 81 to the out to Craycraft. You see Craycraft running in the middle. He's actually the third read on this one. You're looking at the other 2 guys on the bottom. As this one rolls through, what you see is by the time Ayuk even gets into his break and Mullins realizes that he's not going to be open, he starts to turn. That's when he's already got guys in his face.
Yeah. He's no longer in a passing position. His feet are parallel to the line of scrimmage, and he's trying to be like Jeff Garcia here.
Yes.
Make people move. Miss.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
When I was watching.
Jeff Garcia could really make people miss. I miss watching him play. I also liked how he would step up in the pocket and make that almost jump throw over the bigger bodies. He was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Here he goes. Yeah, good luck. And he had a few of those batted passes in this game.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that the Washington defensive line does really well. They've got big, tall guys up there that do a good job of getting their hands up. On that one, if Kerrigan doesn't knock it, who knows? They might be able to get a completion there.
Correct. Yeah, who knows?
And this is right around the same time as you start to see on Twitter people calling for Mullins to get pulled. At this point, I'm watching this game and I'm saying this is people who just don't understand how good the Washington defense is coming in here.
That's right. And they're winning 7-0. At this point, they're in the driver's seat. They should have won this game. And we're going to get to the point where they lose it. And I have a lot to say about a specific play, but we're not there yet. What's next?
Yep. So let's jump to the second quarter. It's still there, 5:09.
Okay.
On that one, they're just in such a bad situation, they end up punting.
Okay. So this is the second play on the next possession.
Yes.
This is 2nd and 4.
Yeah. So they had a 6-yard run on first down from Wilson. And this play is all about the missed block by Juszczyk. This is the second week in a row we've seen a person in his position try to make this block and miss it.
See, this is a very hard block. Very hard block.
It's a hard block, but this Sweat is the person that makes the play here.
Yes.
Because he forces Wilson to stop, and then you get the hit from behind. That's a really tough one.
It's a really tough block. I mean, I understand you could put this on Juszczyk, but if I were critiquing Kyle, I'd say, Kyle, you really thought Kyle Juszczyk was going to block down and move Montez Sweat. I mean, Mike McGlinchey can't even block Montez Sweat. Juszczyk's going to do it? Yeah. I don't know.
We've seen this 2 weeks in a row. We saw this last week on the 9-yard loss by what's his name?
Yes. And it was Ayuk who couldn't get the block.
Correct. So they this time they've got it with Juszczyk. Yep, and
not good enough. Not big enough.
That forces him to have to stop his feet. Allen comes running behind him and knocks the ball out of his hands.
See, I think if you're going to run this play, it needs to be Dwelley or Werner blocking down. They're bigger.
Yeah.
Dwelley actually blocks that particular block decently. I mean, it should be Kittle. Kittle will be great at it, but you got to go Dwelley or Werner.
Well, what really has to happen is they need to close that split down.
Yeah, good call. That is a really good call. It's really hard. Got to close that split. Meaning, get these two players closer together.
Yes, exactly.
Yep. Yes.
Because with where it is, I understand the split there, and the reason they have it that way is because they're trying to get those two guys out.
Yep.
But he's got to be able, neither of the guys that we've seen there have been able to get their head across and make this block.
Yep. No.
So,
okay.
The next series is pretty much a waste. We've got a 2-yard run. The shovel pass gets knocked down. And then we have an incompletion to Reed on the sideline. So let's jump to 150.
This is the critical moment in the game. This is where they lost the game right here. These two plays. Well, second one. Let's talk about it.
Well, this one is one of before we run this play, this is one of those plays that I was talking about where if this is Samuel, this is a bigger play than what we get. They're going to get a 10-yard completion, but this is a play that should be a bigger gain. It's going to be a little screen play pass out here to Ayuk.
Real quick before we roll it, I like this play so far. You're in you got a 4-wide formation. This is a tight end. You got a running back in the backfield. Washington doesn't know whether you're going to run or pass in this situation. Remember, there's 150 left and you're at the 37-yard line. You can do whatever you want and you're not tipping your hand. I like everything about this play so far. And then it's a screen with a play action built in. Love it. Love the call.
Yep, everything about it's good. They got a blitzer, so it's against man coverage. It's all really good. The problem here is now that Ayuk gets the ball, this ball needs to come back outside.
Tell me what you mean.
When he catches the ball, he runs straight up the field.
Yeah.
When Samuel runs this, he's going to catch that ball. He's going to get up the field, and right here, he's coming outside. He might not come all the way around to the outside of the receiver, but more than likely he's going to, because by taking that outside angle, he's going to be running away from the guys that are coming inside. By taking this route straight up the field, he allows Sweat. See, he's running this ball inside. He's allowing Sweat to come and make the play.
I see. Catch that ball here and get out here.
And get up the field and out. Everybody chasing you is coming from the inside. You do not want to. This ball's got to be taken up the field and outside, and instead he takes it up the field and he kind of just continues to drift in. Very interesting. Yeah, it is remarkable what Deebo Samuel can do on these simple plays. And it's a 10-yard gain, but if it's Deebo, it could have been a touchdown. Yeah, if that's Samuel, we're looking at definitely a bigger play than a 10-yard gain right here. Yes, just little things. Okay, now here's the play that I think is the defining play of the game. Remember, they're up right now 7-6. 7-6. They're winning. They have the ball. There is no way they should go into halftime losing. Correct? Correct. Okay. So that last play call, we talked about it. I liked the running back. I liked everything about the call, the formation. Here we go. Now they hurry to the line of scrimmage. 31 seconds on. They're not using the clock. Jack. No, you go first. You go first. What do you see here? Well, I think I know you're going to go in that you don't like the play call, and I understand that. I do. They should run the ball here. Yeah, they should. This should be you're in position. You got plenty of time. You got the 2 timeouts. What I don't like here is that you're going to run a shot play to the left, and you're expecting River Craycraft to draw the attention of the defense. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And this needs to be Deebo or Ayuk. Yep, exactly. And that's most likely who it would have been, because that's who would have been taken, who Craycraft is replacing. Past that, the next step is okay. Everything's covered now. Mullins has got to run, and he's got to hold the ball. He's got the ball out there with one hand. There was a play earlier on. I forgot to mention it to you as we were watching it, where he's running around and he's got it out like that too. Okay. As soon as he realizes right here that he's going to start to move, he's got to get both hands on the ball. Yep, agree. This is a bad play by Nick Mullins, but it was an avoidable play from Kyle Shanahan. And let me just run down why. Game situation, time on the clock, and field position. You should be playing for the field goal right here. Instead, you're trying to take a shot for the end zone. No. You're up 1. You could be up 4 at halftime and win the game. What you don't want is anything bad to happen and to be losing at halftime. So what you do is you call an empty formation. So you have there's no question what you're doing. It's a pass. And you only have 5 guys blocking. They're going to blitz. You have 5-on-5. If this long developing shot play doesn't work, it's a sack or worse. That's the only thing that's going to happen, because he can't move. What's he going to do? Make Chase Young miss and then throw the ball away? No. You're asking for something bad to happen. This is a very high risk play. The right play in this situation is to run it. Then you get 4 yards, and worst case scenario is you miss a long field goal and go into the half up 1. And instead, they go into the half down 6 and lose the game. Yeah, and of the mistakes that Mullins makes, this is the one that's this one doesn't bug me as much. I mean, it does bother me because he's not securing the ball as he's moving towards the line of scrimmage. He's also getting hit from behind. Both of these fumbles that the 49ers had were on plays where they're getting hit from behind. They don't see what's coming. And and I agree with you 100%. Here's the thing, you keep hearing people talk about Mullins, and if Shanahan doesn't like Mullins, why is he calling this play? Yeah, this is a very aggressive play, aggressive play. And I think people need to really stop and think about that, because this is, like you said, it is aggressive. It's definitely, on the edge. If Greg Roman and Jim Harbaugh were the coach, this would be a run. Oh, yeah. Ran the ball, kicked the field goal, won the game, end of story. Instead, here's my thing with Kyle. Brilliant play designer. This is a really great play design. It doesn't work with River Craycraft, but it's not the right time and situation to call this play. And when he loses, it's because he calls a pass at a critical situation when he should have ran. You don't say, well, he passes too much. No, it's specific situations in big moments. Yeah, and I agree with you. I don't want to take away from the bad play on Mullins and put this all on Shanahan. I definitely want to make sure people understand that we're putting that there. But yes, you're correct. And for the game, and they still have a minute and a half to go at this point in 2 timeouts. So, and you're at midfield. You only got to go about another 20 yards to be in field goal position. So you're correct. And your point is, like, look, he's coaching the game like he's a franchise quarterback. I'm saying he's a backup. Run the ball. Play for the field goal. Don't get greedy. He's a backup. Okay. No, I agree, and I agree with you. Yeah, we are. And one last thing on this one too is, I'm hearing today, you need a game manager. You don't put your game manager in this situation if you have a guy that's just a game manager. This is a guy that you think can get it done. That's why you run this play.
Jim Harbaugh would never put Alex Smith in this situation at this point in the game. Up one, so empty. Why? Why? Because your offensive line is so good. Because you trust Nick Mullins so much. Anyway, no one really critiques the coach, and all I'm saying is it's always multiple things in football. Yes, Nick Mullins cannot fumble; it's on him. And I'm saying any quarterback who commits 2 7-point mistakes in a game should get benched. It's amazing that he didn't get benched in this game, but still, this was totally avoidable. Totally.
Yep. Agree.
Okay.
Agree.
All right. What's next?
Well, so that happens, and then we get the ball. The 49ers get the ball back. We're going to jump to 58 seconds.
Okay. On the freaking ball, Kyle.
And one of the things that we talked a lot about. Mentioned a lot about Garoppolo was last year was his ability to take the ball after a turnover and make something happen.
Yeah.
And so they got the ball back right here after this is the first play. And this is a really nice completion from Garoppolo to Reed. He's got a free runner right in his face, and he gets this ball to Reed for a first down.
Yeah, he really does have a free runner in his face, and he doesn't flinch.
Nope. And he puts the ball on him. This is a guy that just got sacked, complete screw up. And I think this ball actually might have hit the ground.
It did, but they didn't get it. Yeah.
It's a completion. Great catch by Reed. I don't,
Yeah. I mean, they didn't challenge it. Their fault.
Yep. And it shouldn't have been bobbled because it hit him it hits him.
All I got to say also is I'm not so sure Jimmy Garoppolo can throw this ball without flinching in 2020. He may be in 2017, but that's tough.
Yeah, that's not a ball that we've seen him do very much this year for sure.
No, he does the spin and bail.
Yeah, so they got that completion, and I think they run to a no huddle right here, so it's at 32 seconds. I think this is the next play.
Okay, here we go. In the first half, now they're down, which is ridiculous. Nice throw. Let's check it out from the end zone to Ayuk.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell he really trusts Ayuk. It's like, yep, where are you? Just how he used to play with Kittle in 2018.
Yep. So we just had that bad turnover. Boom. We get the completion to Bourne to Reed, now to Ayuk, and now we're sitting near midfield.
Right again.
Yep. And 32 seconds. We're right back where we were.
There's the blitz again.
And you get a pass that hits Bourne in the numbers. I understand it's a little behind him, but this is within the framework of his body. This has got to be a catch.
Oh goodness. Yeah, it does. Is this his third drop of the game?
It is.
Oh God.
That's got to be a catch.
Got to be a catch.
I understand it's behind him, but when you turn and you got both hands on the ball right here, I mean that's got to be a completion in the NFL.
But Bourne is a fan favorite. Bourne's a good dancer. Bourne people like. So when Bourne could drop the ball 7 times in a game, and people say, he'll get him next time.
I understand. I really like Bourne too. He does make those plays, but this is the kind of stuff we're gonna, if we're gonna sit here and we're gonna rip on everything that Mullins is doing wrong in this game as a fan base. You've got to see this. You've got to see this and understand what's happening. This is the third drop of the game. You don't know what the outcome is going to be if this doesn't happen.
That's right.
Because really, what that play does is it just kind of screws everything up. The next play you get an illegal motion. So now you're in 2nd and 15.
Right.
And,
so what should have been 2nd and 1? Or maybe a first down, 2nd and 1, something like that, depending on what this guy does. You get 2nd and 10, 2nd and 15. Yeah.
Yep. It's probably going to be 2nd and 1, and you're on your side of the 50. Instead, you get 2nd and 15. Let's go ahead and run that one.
Yeah, let's get to it for just a second. I lost it. Wait. 2nd and 15. Hold on. There it is. Boom.
And I want to get your thoughts on what you think of this one, because I'm thinking this should be a completion, but I could be wrong.
Oh, absolutely. He definitely he came up short on the route. He cut off his route. Let's watch. Let's watch Reed. He sees the hit coming over the middle, and he doesn't want it. He stops. Watch it again. It's hard to see the angle because he kind of leaves the screen for a second. He's right there. He's coming back, and that's the pace he's got, and he slows down. He just stops his feet, and then he lunges.
Yep.
And then he gets smacked anyway. Yeah.
That's what I saw, but I wasn't sure. I want to make sure I wasn't the only one.
No, I saw the same thing. Watch him again. He stops right there. Why are you stopping? What is that? Yep.
Got to keep going.
Got to keep going. It's called keep going, Jordan. And then he comes back to the sideline and throws his helmet. I like that about him. What's next?
Yeah, and you see that a lot. That's the last one for the first half, but that's one of those things with Reed, and we're seeing that. That's why I tweeted out either yesterday, I think it was. They really miss Kittle because that's a completion with Kittle.
No question about it. It's completion with Dwelly.
No, definitely.
Definitely.
Let's jump over to the second half now.
Okay.
Let's go to 9:30.
Sure. Here we go. Second down.
2nd and 12. They lost run for -2 on first down.
What else is new? All right. Empty.
Just a little quick little in route by Bourne. This really, Washington did a really good job of smothering these short routes.
Yeah.
I think this is one of those 9 drops that
Shanahan's talking about. Yep.
It's really tough on Bourne because it's really good coverage. You can almost see that. I think the DB, it's kind of hard to tell because of the color of their glove. Yeah. It looks like he might have swatted and knocked that ball down, but this should have been a completion.
Yeah. I mean, he's got position on the DB. Extend your arms, make the catch.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks pretty close. Maybe if you could get a high resolution enhanced job on that one, you could see, but enhanced. All right. What's the next one?
Let's go to the next play.
Okay. We can do that. Okay.
Now we got 3rd and 12, and this is another sack, and this is another one that goes on Mullins. The only reason we're looking at this one is let's take a look at the coverage, and you tell me where the ball should be going.
Okay.
It's a long developing route, and Washington has done a good job. There's nobody open. He's getting pressure. He has to move.
No one's open.
Yeah, and this is one of those you blame Mullins because you want him to see him throw it away instead of taking the sack.
Yep. But it's a difference of okay. All right, fair enough. Yes. It's 3rd down. He's trying to do something. It's 3rd down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's 3rd and 12. He's trying to not just pull an Alex Smith. I get that. I mean, and the sack doesn't necessarily hurt you any more than throwing it away on 3rd. I just want to say, for the record, let's watch Mike Mcglinchey. For the record, 3rd and 12. Mike Mcglinchey, Montez Sweat. Everyone, here we go. It's great technique so far. So the reason that Nick Mullins is flush from the pocket is because of Big Mike. Now, maybe it's because of this little chip that doesn't really work or he doesn't like from Ross Dwelly. I don't know. He's got a million excuses. But, Mike, I'm watching you. This wasn't a good rep either, Mike.
No, it's not. It's also not a good rep by Tomlinson either. They're they're 2 big dogs or making good plays on this one. You got, Sweat's a big-time player. 93 is a big-time player, and they both do a good job here.
Oh, that's a good point. Hold on. Tomlinson had a rough game. For all the grief that Big Mike gets, Big Lake is right there. Right there. Good call, Jack. Okay, what's next?
Yep. So let's jump to 408. So this is the ill-fated possession. There's actually quite a few plays in this one. There's some good ones and some,
408. Where am I? Okay, 3rd quarter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is no good. All right. Okay.
I wanted to highlight this play because this is just a fantastic catch by Ayuk. This is a play that we see him run all the time. It's just that little quick, it's a play action with the in route behind it. And this week, last week we saw Mullins make a mistake of trying to hold this to the second window. This time he tries to fit in the first window. It's a little bit behind him, but this is just a terrific catch by Ayuk. Great stuff.
Yeah. Also, it's a perfect throw because it's zone. He has to throw it behind the receiver because of this dropping linebacker.
Yeah.
On TV, it looked like that's a really great catch, bailing out Nick Mullins. It's a very minuscule window, and he puts it through there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then let's jump over real quick to 343.
Okay.
Might even be the next play.
Okay, let's go there. Yeah. All right.
And this is a nice throw. This is a nice deep out route to Bourne. Just a good play.
Yeah.
They started deep, and this is a good ball. He gets it out quick, and he gets it over to him. He has to stop a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Leads to little yards after the catch, actually. Well,
yes, could have. He good job by the DB to get his ankle. But
what Nick Mullins can do when you give him a pocket. I don't know. I'm not saying he should be the franchise quarterback or the starter week 1, but I'm just saying, look what he can do when he has a pocket. That's a nice throw. He doesn't have a noodle arm.
No,
I have a noodle.
Yeah, you do. You do. I haven't seen you throw the ball, but I'm going to guess you do.
I can't even grip it. It's too big. I still want to play with my nephew's mini Nerf. All right.
Let's jump to 236 now.
Okay. All right. 236. All right. Boom. Same drive. Here we go. 3rd and 6.
This is a nice little play by Mullins because he gets pressure and he escapes out. He makes a good, he's able to actually make a good throw on this one. I like this move. Gets that pressure from the right side.
Oh, shock. Pressure from the right.
Yep.
But it's Nick Mullins' fault.
And he does a good job, and he finds you don't necessarily want to throw back, but he got the throwing lane. He gets it to him. And they get the completion for a first down.
This play reminded me of Nick Foles. Nick Foles does this well. Escape to the right, throw back to the left. Before he stunk, back when he was decent. Let's watch the offensive line real quick. 69, thrown back. Doesn't fall over, which is good. But really pushed right back into the quarterback, and now Mullins has to move. So when you say Nick Mullins, when they say that Mike McGlinchey's only given up 5 sacks this year, yeah, he's having a great year. He's just doing so good. Only 3 sacks this year, man. Great job. Great job, Mike. Okay. He's doing better than Colt McKivitz on this play. Now he's going against Ryan Kerrigan. Still a good player.
When you're watching this one from this angle, if you pause it right here, he's got James open there, but he's already bailing from the pocket instead of really sitting in there.
Yeah, he doesn't trust Big Mike, Little Mike, Slim Mike. Okay. What's the next one?
Let's go to 154. And this is a fun play because we saw it on Twitter today, and I think some people might be misreading what's happening on this play.
Okay, 154, third quarter?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 plays later.
As you're running this play, when they get to the end of the motion, just pause it for me real quick.
Is this the seam throw?
Yeah.
Here's the motion. Wilson goes out to wide receiver, and it looks like zone.
Yep, it is zone.
Yep.
So the route here, you're going to get Wilson at the top and the receiver at the bottom. They're both going to run short ends, and then you've got the 2 interior guys, 89 down here, which is Werner, and you've got Ayuk, who's the first man in the slot. Looks like he's really like the other tight end. They're going to be running seams, and then you've got Juszczyk is going to be running that other corner 29 out of the way. This isn't a bad of the outcomes once this ball is thrown. The fact that this ball is a bad ball is the best thing that could have happened on this play. And the reason I say that is because this is a bad read. Because if this ball is going to be going to Ayuk, that ball's got to be completed around the 30. There's no way he's ever going to get that ball to Ayuk at the 30 if you run it slow.
Okay. Like it needs to come out now?
Yeah, and it is. See, it is. There's no way he's going to get the ball from there to there, though.
Yeah.
And if you want to argue with me, that's fine. I'm going to tell you this because this is a play that I ran for over and over and over when I was playing quarterback in college. We ran this play all the time, and this is a ball that you're not trying to throw over the safety. This is a ball you're trying to stick in that hole between the linebacker and the safety. Yeah. The problem here is that he throws it to the wrong guy. The ball should be coming to Werner, and you can really see that when you watch it from the end zone angle.
Okay, let's do it.
Because if you look at this play as it starts, you got the safety right in the middle of the field. That's perfect. He slides to his left. That ball's coming out to Werner now.
Yes. Yeah, watch it again. The safety slides from here to here.
As soon as he starts stepping to the left, that ball's got to be coming out to 89. And Mullins should know that he's open. Mullins isn't even looking at the free safety. That's part of the problem.
Mullins stares down Ayuk a lot.
Yes, because that's guy. Yeah. And this is if he just does his read, this ball's going to Werner, and it's a completion.
Here's Werner here. He's open now.
23's fallen off, but this ball should be inside enough to where he's going to be having to go through his back to get to the ball. It's either a completion or it's pass interference.
That might have been Warner time. Could have been dwelly time or select time, but really that's the right read. Good job.
So,
What's one of my favorite stuff that you do is the reads the quarterback should make. That's great stuff. I love that.
Yeah, I know just in seeing this one, and this is again, this isn't an arm strength situation problem.
Yeah.
It's a timing issue. It's the fact that 39 actually does a pretty good job of just reading the quarterback's eyes. And
he didn't read the field. He predetermined. Ayuk's on the left. I'm throwing left.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
What's next?
All right. So let's go to 38 seconds. And the reason I want to show this play is this is going to be a nice 8-yard run by Mostert, but it kind of foretells a play that's going to come up later in the game. Because they get really lucky on here. There should be a hold by Juszczyk on this play. It's a toss to the right, and he's going to hold him right there. You can see him grab him. That's a hold.
Good turn.
And we get an 8-yard gain.
Nice block from Mike Mcglinchey. Way to go, Mike!
Hey, Mcglinchey's really good when he gets moving.
Yep. Too bad he can't do that every play.
Once if he's going to have to move, he's decent. It's when he's got a guy right in front of him, he struggles at times.
Yeah, passing thing. Yeah.
Well, and then run too, and we're going to show that later on. But yep, I just wanted to show that play mostly because of that, and then we're going to get to the most depressing play of the game.
Next, or is it later?
Yeah, I believe it's the next one. It's 1 second into the third quarter. I believe it's the next play.
Okay, here we go. All right.
So on this play, this is just bad all around. This is the ball should be coming out to Bourne on the corner.
Bourne?
Yeah. I know that on my original tweet, I was saying it should have come out to 30, but as you watch this play, he's looking at Bourne. I don't know why he doesn't pull the string on this thing. And if you look at the top of the route, Bourne's got him beat. There's no way that corner is going to get there if this ball is thrown where it's supposed to, which is towards the sideline.
Call.
There's no way that ball shouldn't be coming out.
Bourne, the ball should come out
right now. Yeah, it should be coming out right now.
He's looking at it and he's in position to throw, and he just turns it down.
Yep.
Let's check it out.
If you go back to it really quick and get to that spot.
Okay, here we go. To right
there.
Here. Okay.
Yep. Because if you look at where Bourne is, Mullins knows where this guy's going. Mullins knows this guy's going to be going out. Look at the way the corner is playing this. There's no way that corner is going to be able to turn his hips and come back underneath this.
No.
Okay, so that's mistake number one. Mistake number two is if you don't like that play, your next play is down here to Wilson coming across. Wilson's wide open for a first down as well.
Yep.
But you don't like the deep throw, cool. Come down, hit Wilson, you get a first down. Instead, you just lose it.
It's the situation is 2nd and 2. It's not 3rd and 8.
Yep.
You can check it down here.
Yep.
But you can't do this. This reminds me of that throw Brian Hoyer made against the Rams at Levi's. Remember that?
Yeah. First
play of the game.
Oh. Yep. And if you're gonna do that and you're gonna come off, there's no, you can't throw that ball.
Yeah.
Let's
see it from the end zone. Just to look at you can't see Bourne from here, but he's looking at him the whole way. And I just want to see the moment where he says, I'm not going to do it. So when does he give up on this throw?
Right after the hitch.
Oh, wow. Well, you know what? When you get hit 10 times in a game, you start to see ghosts. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not giving him that excuse, though, because that's just bad right there.
I'm not giving him excuses. This is erratic. Honestly, any quarterback makes this mistake after the fumble, you got to get benched. I'm surprised they didn't bench him. It must say something about DJ.
Well, what is that? Well, I agree with what Shanahan said, though, and then, at this point, it just happened so fast.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have – he's not unhappy with what Mullins has done at any point to this game.
Right.
And they did show Beathard on the sidelines warming up as this next series was starting. But, as we saw earlier in the game after the fumble, right? They have the fumble. He screws up. He starts driving them, and they had some mistakes. So he throws this shitty pick. Let's just call it what it is. Mm-hmm. And they get the ball back. But what happens when they get the ball back? They drive right down the field, right?
Yep.
So let's just cue it up. 13:40.
Okay.
There's not a whole lot more. I don't know what else anybody wants us to say about that. It's bad. There's three mistakes. You miss the high route, you miss the low route, and you throw it to a guy you just throw it. It's just terrible.
Yep. Okay. What's next?
1340.
Okay. That was a bad play. All right. What's next? All right.
We got a couple of plays here. This is going to be the completion to James on this one. There's a lot of plays in this drive as they get down the field, but this was one of the real good throws. Just because he gets it out on time. 16-yard, this is a nice deep route for the first down.
Jordan Reed was real close to getting his second pass breakup in 2 games. Just a little bit more effort, he might have got this one. Is he just running the wrong route consistently, or do they like to put him in the vicinity of other receivers?
Yeah, I'm going to guess that it's probably that he's running the wrong route because you really don't want those guys there.
No, I mean, I don't know what he's supposed to run, but it's like, give me the ball. No, it's going to reach.
Third and 10, he just does a good job and he sticks it in there. James has got to be a guy that gets more run.
Yeah, he's better than Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne gets way too many targets. It should be at least an even split between him and James.
Yeah, or the other thing is you just don't have Craycraft taking those snaps.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's really where it is.
The ball's not going to go to him. And him,
yeah,
just the living end. All right, what's next?
Let's jump to 12:15.
Okay. 12:15, fourth quarter.
Yep.
Looking for 12:15. Here we go.
It's going to be a toss to the left to Mostert. And this was a play that jumped out to me.
Okay, think about it. Think about it, NFL.
Uh-oh. Did I lose you?
It's going to work. Here we go.
There we go.
Right.
Yeah. What jumped out to me on this play is just when you watch, this is just Mostert and his speed and where he's different from the other running backs on the 49ers because he gets there and you just see him kind of turn to his left and run away from the linebacker in the hole.
Well, let's look at it from the end zone. Come on.
That's it.
51. Just outruns him.
Yep. And he just turns it out and runs around him. And he's the only guy in the 49ers that's going to be able to make that play. It's not a really well blocked play, but he gets up there and he's got just enough room where he's able to make a great run.
There's not a lot of running backs who have this kind of straight line burst. I mean, wow, that's interesting. Boom. I mean, it's even more impressive in full speed.
Yeah,
it's like this other gear that people shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because when you watch that one on TV, 51 should be making that tackle, and he just gets run away from.
No chance. I don't know who 51 is, but he's not fast enough.
I don't know if there's a linebacker fast enough to make that play.
It stinks that Mostert, Debo, and Kittle missed most of this year, and they're so much fun to watch.
Yeah,
it stinks.
This is and they drive a couple, and then finally after this, I didn't call out the plays. I don't know if you have them written down, but we're 12:04 into the game, and Juszczyk hasn't even touched the ball yet. And this is actually, you're right. This is the play right here. This is his first touch of the game.
Yep. Nice way to backpedal, throw with a guy in your face. Takes a hit. Nice throw, and they come back to Juszczyk again, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They run him on the next play for the first down, and then they come back to him for the touchdown.
Yeah, about time. That's nice.
Yeah, it is. So, and then they get the 2-point conversion after that. So now we're in an 8-point game. And this is where, one of the things that Shanahan said about the interception after the game was that it was a borderline backbreaker. And you might question that. But the reason that he's saying that is because after that, there's still almost a whole quarter to go. There's still the whole fourth quarter to go. The 49ers get that touchdown. They still have the ball 3 more times. So let's take a look at those really quick. Let's go to 8:09 of the fourth.
This is first down after a 12-yard gain.
And this is a bad play. This is Ross Dwelly just doing – there's no reason for him to hold. None at all.
Yeah, let's see. Here we go.
He's there.
Dwelly's here.
There's no reason for him to reach because there's no way that guy, if he just does that block right there and just leaves him alone, that guy's out of the play. Instead, he's got them all wrapped up. Yeah. And that's similar to what we talked about. I just showed you a few minutes ago with Juszczyk, though. kind of the same block. It's really all the same motion, except for this time they've caught it.
Right. When Juszczyk does it, it's not a penalty, but when little Ross Dwelly does it, they're like, "Who are you?" Yeah, no, definitely, that's the right call. So Juszczyk got a break.
Yeah, he did. They caught a break on that one.
Yeah,
definitely. So that happens. Then they get the pass to Dwelly. Let's go to 6:25.
Sure.
They got the so it becomes 1st and 20 because of the hold. They get the pass to Dwelly for 14, 2nd and 6. Mostert goes nowhere. Now we're stuck on 3rd and 6.
Okay. Here we go. Okay.
Yep. And they're trying to sneak this one to Wilson, and he's open.
Yep.
The ball's got to come out.
Yeah.
And it does. But look at what 99 does there. He does a good job. He knows he's not going to get there. He raises a short set. He stops and he gets into the passing lane and knocks the ball down. We talked about this a little bit with Javon Kinlaw in the Rams game where he realizes he's not going to get there and then he drops back. Same thing happens here.
Really well done. 94-2, both of them.
Yep.
They did this really well against the Steelers the week before.
Well, yes, exactly. And Roethlisberger's a much bigger quarterback than Mullins, and they were able to knock his passes down. So This is nothing new. So once again, this is stuff that if you haven't watched Washington or you haven't paid attention, didn't think they were good, you had to have known they were capable of this kind of stuff going into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's now jump to 446.
Okay.
This is our next possession.
All right, 446.
They got a 9-yard gain on 1st down. Sets up 2nd and 1. This should be a 1st down, except for Tomlinson misses his block.
Oh, yeah.
This should be a cutback to the left side. Tomlinson misses the linebacker who sits in the hole. There's no way that he's going to be able to make that cutback, so he's got to stay to the right side, and there's nothing there because the ball's not supposed to go there in the first place.
That's the thing about the Niners offensive line. It's pretty much everyone except Trent Williams who struggles. Brunskill has done decently since the season started. Maybe Brunskill and Trent Williams are their best players on the offensive line.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They've Williams is definitely the best. Brunskill's really improved at center.
Yeah, he has.
And, this is a good example. It takes one guy. You got 5 guys, and when it comes to the running game, they've all got to be able to make their blocks. So when people say the O-line's struggling, this is why you say the O-line's struggling, because here's a guy missing his assignment.
Yeah.
Instead of getting the 1st down, you get a gain of 0. Yeah. And so now you're stuck with 3rd down.
To be fair, Lakin's the one who missed the block that led to Jimmy Garoppolo's first injury. So Lakin, maybe you should step up and take some of Mike McGlinchey's grief. I don't know. What's next?
You should. Let's go ahead and look at the next play, the 3rd and 1 play.
All right, here we go.
Now we're going to talk about stuff with Shanahan. Why are we running this play to Charlie Warner? Why is that not Kyle Juszczyk in the backfield?
Good call.
They've
entirely. You want to go to Charlie Warner on 3rd and 1. That's your guy. Good call, man. What? How is this even in the 3rd down category on your play sheet? It should not be in your 3rd down category.
No, and it's really well defended by Washington. There's no way that's going to get there. They're hoping to get what the Niners are hoping to get right there is with all that mess. They're hoping that they're going to be able to get a pick on 53. 53 does a good job of getting over the top of it. The receiver out there, I think it's Bourne. He just doesn't get up the field enough to block him.
You know what play this is? It's that play they ran last year to Emmanuel Sanders, where Sanders would line up at fullback at the goal line. And they would throw the touchdown pass to him.
Uh-huh.
They would occasionally line up Sanders at fullback and go hurry up and throw him in the flat. I don't know if you remember, but it's the same concept. But they do it here with Warner. I guess it's something Shanahan likes when he's got 1 yard. He's like in a 2 yard to go situation.
Yeah, and it should be. When you go back and you roll this one more time from the start, this is really where it breaks down is right there on Bourne, because Bourne's got to get that guy upfield. His job is to get to where he's pinning 53 inside.
Yes,
if he does this job. This is a 1st down.
Right, because you're trying to get 53 to bubble over and be out of position because it's man coverage.
Yeah, and he doesn't have to. He's able just to scrape straight across, which allows him to be able to then explode up into the play.
So four drops, a false start, and this mistake, which is subtle, but it's on him.
Yeah.
Well, it's not Werner's fault.
Right. No, it's not Werner's fault.
No.
Even if Werner catches this ball, it's not a 1st down.
Really good stuff, Jack. Absolutely. No. Kendrick Bourne needs to go Another thing about Kendrick Bourne and Kyle, Kendrick Bourne must have ran 50 jet sweep motions in this game. What's the point, man? He's never, ever, ever, ever going to get the ball in that play.
Yeah, they did it a lot. They did a lot with him, and they also did a lot of that with Juszczyk as well.
I get that with Juszczyk because you're bringing him along to block, but with Bourne, I mean, you think the linebacker's like, he might get the ball. We might have to. No.
Right.
Do it with James anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, what's next?
Okay, punt it. Now we get the ball back, 204.
Oh, this is the best part of the game. This is the best. I mean, after all the terrible stuff the Niners have done all game, somehow, some way, they are in position. Let's start at 240. Let's just start at 240. Do you mind? Start at the first play of the drive.
That's the first play. Yeah, let's go.
I think you said 204. Okay, yeah. Cool. You got it.
240 instead. This is going to be a little screen out to Ayuk.
Yep, screen to the right. They're going to need – remember earlier we showed that screen to the left and Trent Williams came out and twisted his knee? Same idea, back to the right, and now we're going to get Mike Mcglinchey going out there to block him.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Complete whiff, and the man gets tackled.
But it's still – he still gets – 7 yards.
Yes.
Could have been more. Gain 7.
But that's not a bad rep by Mcglinchey, though, really.
Well, it's just –
I'm joking.
Hold on. Let's just watch the little where he hits the ground afterward. I love when Mike Mcglinchey gets mad. Hit the ground. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Now let's go to second down because it's just one bad play. It's just one bad play for Mike Mcglinchey, Jack.
Yeah. It's going to be second down, and they're going to be running zone to the right, and Sweat just stands them up
and discards them.
Yeah, he gets them, and then he gets rid of them, and he makes the play. There's no way that he should be able to make this play. Once again, McGlinchey's an excellent run blocker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is just not good.
Honestly, if you wanted to drive a guy off the ball, you're better off with Trent Brown.
Yes, that's why they run the ball so much more to their left.
Sorry, good call.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. So he gets stood up. There's no power there. Look at his legs. He's turned, and now he's holding, and now he's good stuff, Mike.
Because if McGlinchey makes that block, you're going to get yardage on that play instead of what they get. Because as you just keep rolling it through,
if he keeps him out there,
keep going. Because right there, there's the holes right there now, right?
It is there. If 69 can just hold his block, it's there.
He doesn't, and Sweat is able to get his arm around and really slow him down and start and hold him up for everybody else to come through and clean it out. Instead of getting a 2 or a 3 yard, instead of getting a 3 yard gain, they get 1.
So yeah, Nick Mullins had a terrible game, but the team isn't out of it yet. The game isn't over, and Mike Mcglinchey is doing his best to lose this one. But again, it's only second down. Yes, this is 3rd and 2 coming up. Mike Mcglinchey he's playing poorly, but they're doing fine despite him and the turnovers. Let's go to I could have just went to the next play. All right, hold on. Now we've got 3rd down, and this is just the living end, but it's not the end. It's not the end. So 3rd down. You talk.
Yeah. And so this is going to be the pass to Bourne, and McGlinchey gets beat. He's supposed to be getting a chip here by Wilson. Wilson misses him. Mm-hmm. And so then he's hanging on for dear life, and those things all combined are the reason why you get the hold. So instead of having the ball down inside the 20-yard line or near the 20-yard line, I don't know what Bourne's doing here. Just keep running up the field.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah. But if you run this one back and you show it from this angle, watch the push that's Sweat gets his hands into McGlinchey's chest and really just say, this is a bench press rep for him.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, he should have got a chip there. But look, McGlinchey, again, Sweat just punches you in the chest, throws you back, and you don't punch back. Your hands go to his shoulders, his hands go to your chest. I don't know, man. Yeah.
No, he's beat.
Massive.
It should be. He's going to get some. If he gets some help from the running back right there, there's might not be a hold. We don't know, but
it's help. Yeah. Okay. So that's not the worst rep, but it doesn't help. And now we go to this is 4th and 2.
Well, let's run to the next one real quick before you get there.
Okay. Is this third?
Let's look at 3rd and 12.
Okay.
Because this is a big play. It doesn't seem like much. You don't really think a whole lot about this play, but this has got to be a completion. If you complete this pass, now you're looking at 4th and 12, you're looking at fourth. He might get a first down. You're looking at 4th and short. Instead, the ball just goes right through his hands, and this has got to be an easy catch. He puts it right on him. It's right, hits him in the head.
Let's see. Good job by Mike Mcglinchey. His best rep of the final drive. Okay, Mullins to his right.
Jeff, you can't. Yeah, hits him right in the face.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Junior, dude. He's a nice player, but he fumbles. He's got to be better at this, man. You got to keep yourself in the league. It's not going to get it done, man. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, final play.
Yep, let's go to the last one. And this one definitely when she's getting beat on.
Okay, so 4th and 12. Let's watch from the end zone. Mcglinchey again. Notice where Mullins is on this hash. Mcglinchey, dude. Okay, this time straight into his chest. Mike. Look where he is when the ball is thrown. Look, he's
he's in yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
He's blocking Mike. He actually blocked Nick Mullins on that play. He couldn't block Montez Sweat, but he blocked Nick Mullins. That's good stuff, man. Wow. He's literally blocking Nick Mullins. Wow. One more time. Fast motion. Whoa.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike.
Yeah. It's just bad. So.
But really, that was Nick Mullins' fault. Okay. Is there anything else you want to look at from this? That's it, right?
That's the last offensive play. My takeaway going into this game, I had I know that we had talked about this game going into it, and that this was going to be a tough game. And Mullins had to play mistake free, and the offense was going to struggle. And there wasn't really a whole lot about this game that I didn't expect. I'm not trying to say that I'm super smart over here, but I was expecting this game to be rough. Mullins played for people to be calling for Mullins at halftime I don't understand that. If the interception, can't do it. Terrible. But my perception of Mullins doesn't change a whole lot from this game from where I was a week ago. I don't know about yourself.
Yeah, I mean, the two turnovers are egregious. The first turnover, it's his fault. You got to keep two hands on it. They should have been running the ball. And then the second turnover, that's on him. That's on him. But it's interesting to go through the rest of the game. He played pretty well, given no pass protection, 9 drops. No Debo, no Kittle. I don't mean to make excuses. He's a backup quarterback. He's not being paid $27 million. There's no expectations. He's doing all you can really expect. And he made some nice plays. He did make a couple mistakes.
Yes, he definitely had. Every quarterback's going to make some mistakes. He had an egregious mistake on the interception.
A mistake that Jimmy would never make. He would never do that, Jack.
Right, correct. And I'd rather have Nick Mullins instead of C.J. Beathard this week. I don't understand that, but.
And I hope that Kyle Shanahan has the courage of his convictions and sticks with what he thinks is right. Don't just keep benching your backup quarterback after every loss, because Beathard's going to lose too. And then you're going to bench him after the next game. It's ridiculous. It's not the backup quarterback's fault, No, and I think he understands that.
I think he does. I think he does. I think there's a whole lot about Mullins that I think Shanahan sees and that he likes about him. And I think we'll see what happens this week. We got Dallas. This game against Dallas is definitely winnable because Dallas's defense is nowhere near what we just saw.
And Andy Dalton. We saw what the Niners defense did to him last year. It's not the same Niners defense, but it's the same defensive coordinator. It's a top 5 defense. I wouldn't expect Andy Dalton to have a good game.
Correct. I agree.
So whichever quarterback, Beathard or Mullins plays, should actually play pretty well, although Beathard may do Beathard things. You never know.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
This was a great film breakdown. I think it was our best, not to toot our own horn, but I didn't know a lot of the stuff you were going to show, and I learned a lot from the reads. Really interesting. Anyway.
Yeah, it was fun.
Great stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. I know it might have been painful, but it's good to know exactly what happened before you rant on Twitter. It's important because a lot of people out there saying, hey, look, the numbers say the offensive line isn't that bad. Wrong. Don't fall into that trap. Niners, don't be in denial. Just fix it. You didn't fix it last year. It's why Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt. Remember, Lakin missed that block. You got to overhaul that offensive line. Bringing back Mike Mcglinchey and saying we're going to give him one more shot. This is it, make or break. Playing with fire. I don't mean to speak for Jack, but you're playing with fire. Jack, good stuff.
Yeah, thank you.